Yo, what's good? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? All right, what's popping? Yeah, I gotta do this stream. Yo, all right, man. I hope y'all doing well. Anyhow, right? Let's get straight to the point. So, I guess the online world has heard the official news, the supposed official news of how your God, Kevin Samuels Christ, passed away. Uh, and according to this official news, it's been what's going on, Ayo, what's popping? And according to this so-called official news, it says that KS died of hypertension. So, if this is true, which most likely it is, you know, but I have a theory on that. When it comes to him dying of hypertension. And for those of you niggas that don't know what hypertension is, of course, it's high blood pressure. Yes, having high blood pressure can kill you, right? Yeah. But I believe that part of KS having high blood pressure or dying of hypertension is because of the stress he got from arguing with so-called black females day in and day out, trying to get them to change. Well, really doing it for change. you know, he was arguing with so-called black females for some loose change, but anyhow, right? You get what I'm saying? And of course, you guys see a trend amongst a whole lot of black male content creators, especially now, in which their thing is to make content trying to get so-called black females to change, or just get females in general to change. At first, a lot of these black male content creators, they, they during the early years of their channels, they claim to dedicate their channels to this black male collective. But now, what you see now is that basically about 99.9999999% of their channels is all dedicated to trying to get so-called black females to change, or to try to shame so-called black females or females in general, or trying to blame them or explain shit to them. And the thing is that it leads me to ask the question: is trying to get black females to change worth risking your health? Because as you can see, your God, Kevin Samuels Christ, put his own health on the line, stressed himself out, arguing with so-called black females, you know, and it stressed him the hell out to the point of the fact that he unfortunately passed away. And after he passed away, the same females he was arguing with and stressing out and trying to get the change was laughing at him. I mean, like I said in one of my prior videos, it seemed as if a lot of so-called black females was crip walking in his grave when they heard that he passed away. So, is it worth even risking your health to trying to get these so-called black females to change? You know, trying to get toxic females to change. Is it worth risking your health? I mean, you're talking about a generation of females who, from the time they left their mama's womb, was conditioned and socialized to be toxic females. They was conditioned and socialized to view the male gender as their enemy. They was conditioned and socialized to hate you, to destroy you. And instead of you, a lot of you so-called black males just avoiding their ass, as the first generation of black male content creators told you to do, here you are trying to get them to change. And once again, your God spent his last years trying to do the same thing, and it stressed him the hell out, according to my theory, to the point of fact that he passed away due to hypertension. Now, don't get me wrong. There may most likely there's other factors as far as why KS was unhealthy. Of course, diet may be one thing. He probably would, because he probably saw more money than he ever seen in his whole life, and he splurged and probably always ate out and all this dumbass shit. That could be a possible theory, another possible factor as to why Kevin Samuels end up having health issues. His diet, you know. But I'm not going to negate one major factor, which is he probably stressed himself out. He probably stressed himself out. You're sitting there night in and night out making these live streams, arguing with, all these females, trying to tell them about themselves, how they need to change and how they need to be more marriage material and how they can supposedly attract a high value man, whatever the fuck that means. And it stressed himself out that his body finally gave out on him. Unfortunately, this is my unfortunate theory about one reason why he ended up getting hypertension, which possibly killed him. So this should be a lesson to a lot of you black male content creators, let you know that following KS's footsteps could possibly result in your demise. It can result to you having bad health, stressing yourself out, trying to get a group of females who are living in a society and who are incentivized to act a certain way to change their ways. Nigga, you done lost your goddamn mind. Shit. The whole point of this movement, right, was you trying to get you so-called black males to be aware of this surroundings around you, to let you be conscious enough to know what's going on in your environment and what to do in order for you to make the right decisions in your life, so you won't have to end up in certain pitfalls that a lot of people end up in. How not to get yourself caught up in the child support system and paying child support to some hoe. How to not get yourself caught up with the wrong type of female that'll try to manipulate you and ruin your damn life. It was not about trying to get, so-called black females to change. But then again, you niggas trying to get the females to change, man. you know, you niggas are, yo. I mean, I'm just saying, is it worth your health? Is it worth risking your health and trying to get them to change? Shoot, if this keeps up, if this amount of shame, blaming, and explaining, shout outs to Ty City, keeps up, what I perceive will happen in the future is that more male content creators who follow on Kevin Samuels Christ's footsteps will end up dying of the same goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Stressing themselves out, arguing back and forth with so-called black females to try to get them to change, making all these content complaining about so-called black females. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know you motherfuckers are getting paid to do it. A lot of content creators in this space, they're incentivized to do it because unfortunately this is what makes a lot of money for these full-time YouTubers now. Complain about the opposite sex, but the thing is that you guys are just focusing on pain, which just gonna bring you more pain. I mean, you racking in the donation money, the little Cash App and the Patreon money, but at the same time, what's going on, Third Ward? What's up, Third Ward? But at the same time, you also racking up in the stress because sitting there complaining about, these chicks trying to get them to change, all it is that it's just take you mentally back to a time where you've been in these bad relationships and bad relationships after bad relationships, and it pisses you off and it gets you stressed out. Next thing you know, your blood pressure raises, your blood pressure goes up, and soon enough you might end up like KS, dropping dead. I don't wish that on you guys. Well, then again, some of you guys got to go. Some of you niggas got to go. But what up, Third Ward? Third, Third Ward said, Third Ward Colombian says, hell nah, it ain't worth risking your health. But to be honest, I'm not gonna solely blame BW for that. Niggas in general having bad diets, drug habits. Don't go. Yeah, I didn't solely. Hold on. If you listened to what I said earlier, I don't know, Third Ward, if you just came in the room when you made that comment, but if you listen to what I said earlier, I acknowledge that there are other factors that causes Stu's death, and I'm not blaming, the so-called black female for his death. What I'm saying is that, okay, you just got here, okay, Third Ward. What I'm saying is that one factor that might have caused KS to end up getting hypertension is the stress that he received from him choosing to argue with so-called black females day in and day out. I didn't say so-called black females was the case. I said him choosing to argue with so-called black females day in and day out is one factor to why he might have received hypertension. Because stress can cause hypertension. Not only diet, and I also acknowledge bad dieting. Maybe drugs. I don't know. I don't know if there's any proof that there were drugs in the system. I don't know people around, YouTube who was discussing this person's death, made these theories talking about he was hooked on drugs and stuff like that. I don't know that to be a fact. There's no documents proving that. So thus far, well, no documents that I know of. There isn't any documents that I know of proving that. So therefore, I can't really speak on that. But maybe, I don't know. But yeah, man. You said, not going to the doctor. Maybe he fell short on that end when it comes to going to the doctor. But once again, let's not negate one possible theory or one possible factor of him getting hypertension is possibly the stress that he gotten when it comes to him arguing with these so-called black females day in and day out. And the guy's older. The thing is that the guy was in his 50s, man. What was he? How old was he when he passed away? 57, close to 60. Like when you're that age, you definitely need to find ways to reduce your stress, man. Because the older you get, it's like this. I mean, you guys already know what I'm saying is just simple common sense. I mean, when you get up in that age, your body is not the way that it used to be. When you're younger, when you're like in your 20s, 30s, possibly early 40s, your body can absorb and handle a lot of wear and tear, right? But once you get up there in your 50s, 60s, 70s, your body's not as strong as it used to be. So you should definitely stay the hell away from stress. I mean, hell, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 30s, and even in my 30s, I definitely do things to avoid unnecessary stress. And one thing I do to avoid unnecessary stress is avoid arguing with people that I know for a fact will never ever change. I'm not doing that shit. Shit, my health comes first. Fuck that. I want to live long. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Third Ward, that's a good point. You say also the stress of him trying to maintain his success and staying on top, especially in his 50s, compared to someone in their 20s or 30s who's successful, is more detrimental to your body. Is more detrimental. Excuse me. Is more detrimental to your mental and body, or mind and body. Right. No, that is another good point, Third Ward. That is another good point. Because KS, his goal in staying at the top is that he had to keep on making content where he kept on arguing with so-called black females. That was his way to maintain his popularity on social media, to keep making content to argue with the opposite sex. And not only argue with the opposite sex, but argue with a certain sect of the opposite sex that 9 times out of 10 will always be toxic. And that's stressful. That shit is stressful. That shit is stressful. You want to stress yourself out over that shit? Like I said, and this question is to the rest of the shame, blame, and explain crowd. Is it worth? Is trying to get BWC change worth risking your health? Is it worth risking your health? Is it worth stressing yourself out? Is trying to get someone to change worth receiving all this unnecessary stress inside your life, to the point of fact that you can pass away from hypertension or from a heart attack? Because remember, stress also can cause heart attacks. Stress, high amount of stress, can also form tumors in your body, cancerous tumors in your body, that is. And you could end up having cancer just by years and years of stressing the fuck out. Stress is not a joke, dog. Stress is a killer. I mean, it's no, listen, we all know it's no coincidence why a lot of so-called black males die at an early age. Aside from us having terrible diets, a lot of it, another factor of why a lot of us drop dead at a very young age is stress. And I see you content creators. Of course, I get it. It's a money maker for you. You you want to capitalize off of making these SBE videos, but at the end of the day, not only are you capitalizing off of it, but you're also, like I said before earlier, like I said earlier in this video, you're also, when you sit and you complain about the opposite sex, I see that. I see that it takes you back to a time where you had bad relationships, right? Took you back to memory lane when you had bad relationships or some girl rejected your ass. And because I say that because I could hear the anger in a lot of you people's voices when you make these videos crying and complaining about the opposite sex, right? So you're stressing out over that shit too. You're stressing out. And if this keeps up, more and more you black male content creators will unfortunately end up like KS, dying of hypertension because you're stressing yourself out because you got to make $1 off of making these shame, blame, and explaining videos. Shout out to Thai City, by the way. Now I said this shit to a lot of you niggas 2 years ago. And other people have said this shit years ago. That if we're going to stress out, that we should focus our energy on being politically active and utilizing our political power in order to help change laws, in order to make society more fair or a better place for black males to live in. That should be our major focal point. Especially we all, that's what we should be using this damn this platform for. I mean, never before in the history of the world that people have a medium like social media where people all over the fucking world who have the same mindset, who think alike, can come in and communicate with each other in real time. Never. So we could utilize this to our advantage and use this in order to put our minds together, to organize and to mobilize together, and to be politically active and fight to change policies that will benefit us as a collective as of black so-called black males. But no, niggas don't want to do that shit. Niggas want to sit here and cry and complain about the opposite sex. Well, excuse me, niggas want to cry and complain about the toxic sect of the opposite sex. Niggas want to stress out about the Brittany Reynolds of the world. Niggas want to stress out about the Lori Harveys of the world. Niggas want to stress out about the big booty Brendas and the twerking Keishas of the world. To the point of fact that they become like this dumbass nigga in this fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? What's up, LSP the Redbone artist? What's up? Sexy Red TV, what's up? You know what I'm saying? They become like this dumbass nigga in this picture. You see this nigga in this picture? Look like he about to pop a vein inside of his head. Stressing the fuck out. Trying to, put some sense in this chick's head. Look at the veins popping out his fucking arm. This nigga got his whole adrenaline rushing. Look, there's a dent in his head. That's you niggas. That's you niggas in this space, man. Is it worth your risking your health to trying to get a group of people that won't change to change? Is trying to get so-called black females who change worth risking your health for? Book of Ronan, what's going on? Book of Ronan, what's going on? Is it worth it? Let me tell you something. Being that Book of Ronan's here, right? Because Book of Ronan remember me from way back in the 1.0 days, right? Way back in the 1.0 days. And in the 1.0 days, I made so much content critiquing the so-called black females like a motherfucker, right? But a lot of people who saw them videos misunderstood where I was coming from. And I could tell they did based on their comments. Like I would hear a lot of brothers who would come and comment and say, yeah, keep banging on them black women like that. Yeah, oh, yeah, wacky. Keep banging on black women. Keep giving it to them black women. And the thing is that when I would hear that, I would shake my head and I would tell myself, don't these niggas understand? I'm not talking talking to these females. I'm talking to you. You nigga. Like, yes, I made a whole lot of content critiquing the hell out of so-called black females and their bad behavior. And most of the shit that I said in the past, I still feel this way today. But my intent in making these content, making that type of content and critiquing the females, is to actually give awareness to you so-called black males and wake your ass up to realize what type of females that you have in your fucking environment, and realize that so you could be able to determine which type of females to avoid, so you will not fall in any traps. My intent in making that type of content was never to speak to so-called black females. I was talking about them. Don't get me wrong, I was talking about them, but those videos was not directed towards them. They was directed towards so-called black males. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. Book of Ronan. Excuse me, Third War Colombian. I'm trying to figure that out also. For the life of me, I don't understand what's so hard to understand that men should get with women that's on the same page and frequency as them, but because these niggas cherish vanity over substance. Yeah. That's why they stay losing with women. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. What's going on, Phantom Clutch? Yeah, these dudes are wasting their time. These dudes are wasting their time. You know? They wasting their time, man. You know, they wasting their time so much they still talking about this shit with what's that shit? This shit with the pineapple show with that fucking so-called nuclear physics guy. Come to find out, he was never nuclear physics a physicist in the first place. With people still making content talking about him because they didn't like the fact that he was a supposed nuclear physicist being, you know, being rejected by some female. You know, HRTD, habitual rejection traumatic disorder. Yeah, yeah. Tender dick decisions and a fetish for ashy dick analytics. Yeah, and unfortunately, Book of Ronan, tender dick decisions and ashy dick analytics is what possibly caused KS to get hypertension because it probably stressed him the fuck out. You know, trying to make a dollar out of YouTube caused you some stress that possibly led you in getting hypertension. Shit. I don't know about you, but ain't nobody worth my health. Nobody in this fucking planet is worth risking my health. Not even my own mama. And I love my mama to death. But if I had to make a decision, right? If I had to make a decision to choose my overall health and sanity, and my own and choosing to put up with my own mama's bullshit, then I'll choose my health and sanity. Fuck that. You know. And I remember years ago, when I used to be on Reg the Bad Guys panel, I said that so-called black males should focus on 5 things. They should focus on 5 things: their peace, their health, their happiness, their economics, and there was I forgot the fifth one. I forgot the fifth one. You know, I forgot the fifth one because that was so long ago. Book of Ronan says most conflict creators never stress the importance of health, well-being, solutions, nor genuine self-improvement and care. Yeah, yeah, they don't. They don't. Yeah, add hygiene too. Exactly, exactly. Add hygiene too. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Book of Ronan. They don't focus on that. What they focus on is pain, 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 pain. Give me a dollar. Pain, 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 pain. Give me a dollar. The next video, they focus on pain, 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 pain. Give me a dollar. The next video, they focus on pain, 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 pain. Give me a dollar. The next video, pain, 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 pain. Give me a dollar. Shit. No wonder why when a lot of you motherfuckers cam up, y'all end up looking so goddamn bugged out your mind, man. You stress the fuck out. You know? Niggas walking around stressed the hell out, man. Not realizing that they stressing themselves the fuck out. It is crazy. It's crazy. It is very crazy. Yeah, yeah. Fear porn is their main hustle, and pain porn is their main hustle also. They want to capitalize off the pain A lot of content creators within today's black manosphere focus their, uh, they capitalize off of the fear and pain off of so-called black males. I'll say it again. A lot of content creators in the so-called in today's black manosphere capitalize off of two things: the black man's fear and the black man's pain. That's what they capitalize off of. But not realizing that in the midst of them capitalizing off of those two things, they causing themselves to be stressed the fuck out. And you could tell just by the tone of their voice whenever they on these panels arguing with females, and talking about females. You could tell by the tone of their fucking voice that in the midst of them trying to make a dollar for the fear and pain of so-called black males, that they stress themselves out because they in pain. That's what I mean. Each video, on the video, it goes like this: pain, 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 pain. Don't forget to donate. The next video: pain, 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 pain. Don't forget to donate. Pain, pain. The next video: pain, 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 pain. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to my Patreon. The next video: pain, 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 pain. Put $5 on that Cash App. you know. And then when somebody like myself says, you know what, fuck all this. When can we organize together to be politically active and change policies that's going to benefit us as a people? Nah, fuck this shit, man. What are you talking about? Man, what the fuck you talking about? Nigga, I want to focus on this pain, 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 pain. That's what it is, man. But, as a result of focusing on this pain, 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 it causes people to stress the fuck out, to the point of fact that one of the most popular content creators on YouTube within the past 2 years ended up losing his life. Possibly. Yeah, panhandling for Punani is a close second hustle. Yeah, but it all comes like they all intertwine together. Panhandling for Punani, fear porn, and pain porn, they all intertwine together because all that pain and fear, is all over a bunch of stank ass Punani anyway. That's what this whole pain is over a fucking piece of ass. That's what it's over. So they all intertwine together. But I'm just hoping that a lot of so-called black males within this sector actually take into consideration that maybe one factor to how Kevin Samuels ended up suffering from hypertension is the stress that he got when he kept sitting there arguing with so-called black females on video day in and day out. And if this is true, just realize that trying to get a certain sect of so-called black females to change their toxic ways is a waste of time and not worth risking their health. And I'm at this motherfucker, man. I'm done saying what the fuck I gotta say. Yo, peace out. And anybody that don't like this video, fuck y'all.